Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is the one and only Ronnie Karam. Hey Ronnie, what's going on?
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Good, thanks. Well, here we are. Today we are 1 week away from the Golden Crappies. 7 days, final stretch. I think there are actually some seats that have been released that are available. So go get your tickets. Go to watchacrappens.com or follow the links on our social media. And if you can't be there or if there are no seats left, be sure to join us virtually with Kiswe. The link for the streaming is also on our website, the same place where you'd find the tickets for in person. It's going to be so much fun, and that replay is going to be available for 2 weeks after the show. If you are coming to the show, there's going to be a Patreon pre-party that we're really psyched about. So if you're a Patreon member, the information is going to be up on Patreon. I'm going to be posting it later today after we are done with our 10th recap of the week, or 10th episode, I should say, which will be after Valley Persian style. Anyway, and also tomorrow, we're currently recording in Miami as we speak.
Oh yeah,
We're in sunny, beautiful Miami.
I'm watching
Not that
someone
we,
parasail right now. Is that what it's called when you're skiing on a balloon?
uh, I
There's
think
like a
so.
big balloon behind you, and someone's up there. I
I don't
think they're
know.
thin.
Do you have a
Hi,
view of
thin
the
person.
ocean? I have a
Yeah.
view of, oh, I have a view of the other direction. And I have a view of the city from the other direction, so I don't see any parasailers.
Oh, that's nice.
But
I
it's
see
fun.
buildings and air conditioners for one part, but then I see the ocean and somebody parasailing.
Ah,
Hi,
I
it's
like this.
me.
I like being in this beautiful weather and pretending like I get to participate in it. It's fun. But
I
anyway,
know,
can't
girl.
wait
You
to
know I ain't
recap
going
Valley
outside.
Persian
What the
style
hell? I
later.
woke up. I looked out the window. I was like, "Wow, it's such nice ocean." And then I just recorded. I ain't
It's
going out
like,
there.
okay, well, let's podcast for
You
five
know what I
hours
see? I see
instead.
gorgeous scenery and skin cancer. That's what I see out there. I will not be going out there. I'm gonna go. I have to go find a big straw hat or something. No, you're not tricking me, skin cancer. I'm not going out there.
It's really exciting because we're here for the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. It's basically BravoCon for chefs, and we went to this party last night, and it was like all these people from Top Chef were there, like
That was crazy.
everyone, like Tristan who
I
won
mean,
last
it's
season.
crazy enough just going around and seeing people stand there, but seeing people who like listen to Watch What Crappens is crazy, and that we've been making fun of, and they have such a good sense of humor about it. And God, I love those ladies. I just want to. I'm gonna go find them tonight and just make them hang out with me all night. We saw Nene, we saw Sarah. Who else did we talk
Not
to?
Nene
Oh my
Leaks,
God,
by
we
the way.
saw. No, Nene from Top Chef, and we saw our
Sylvia,
Polish potato
Sylvia,
princess
Sylvia.
Sylvia. Oh my God, I
Hmm.
love her.
We love her.
Potato. I will make you something we made where I come from. Potato. And they're
But
like,
they,
oh God, another potato. I fucking love that lady.
yeah,
We're having so much fun. I just want, and then everywhere you walk, there's food.
yeah, it was great. And there were just all these, there were just like so many Top Chef and Food Network people there. Like Bobby Flay was there with Brooke, Robert Irvine, and
Yeah.
like a million Top Chef people. It was like,
They
oh,
were saying
there's that person.
Bobby Flay does these dinners. Was it here at the festival they were telling us? He does dinners and they're $10,000 a person to go to the dinner.
And he
I
made
mean, what the
tacos.
hell? And it was taco night. It was People were paying 10 grand a person to go to taco night with Bobby Flay. He looks
Yeah,
better in person, Bobby
he
Flay,
looks
don't you
great.
think?
He looks great.
Yeah.
I think to be fair, I do think it was a charity thing. So it's all the money's going to a good cause, but still, I
Well,
think I want
shit.
something
I
more
still
than
want more than the
tacos.
taco.
I agree. But yeah, that this is it's super fun. So they've got all these activities. So we're participating in this. There's like a podcast lineup on Saturday, and we're the last podcast of the day. So we're going out at 2:15. And we were originally going to do a crappy hour, but now we're trying to think maybe this would be the right place to do like a Top Chef cast preview.
Oh, I
So,
don't know. I just
but
that
I don't
sounds
know.
funny, but also I don't know if these chefs have a sense of humor about themselves. I
It
have to
might be
say.
rough. Well, we can always go. We can always pivot back. But the point is
Yeah, we'll
this:
figure it out.
we're not going to really know until maybe tomorrow morning. And the other point of it is that there's just all these fun food things going on, and instead, I'm going to be spending probably my entire day inside preparing for the crappies. So
Yeah,
excited!
we've got crappies work to do. I have lyrics to learn. Okay, I'm coming out for food and then I'm coming back in here.
I
But
know.
yeah, it is great being here. So thanks for having us, people. South Beach Food and Wine Festival. And now let's get on to some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes, a very exciting episode of Beverly Hills. So we start in the Hamptons, and we're still at Rachel's friend's house, and they're all hanging around, like Rachel and Dorit and Kyle and the friend and Rachel's sister. They're all just like hanging around the kitchen island, having like cool hot girl breakfast. And Rachel's
Hot
like,
girl
"Oh my God,
breakfast.
like it's like morning. It's like this is like what I've been missing, like morning in the Hamptons." And Kyle's like, Rachel, you don't need those sunglasses on. You look really pretty without makeup on. I just want you to know. In fact, like when you put makeup on, it makes you look kind of like old and gross. I guess that's what I'm trying to say." She's like,
Oh my God, are you okay? Because like I'm basically just heels and makeup. Like that's all I'm made out of. Like you could remove my head, my body, and everything else, and I would just be heels and makeup. Shut up.
I'm like literally a floating foundation. So then, like, guys, today we're gonna go to Montauk's, and then after Montauk's, we're gonna go Surf Lodge because I got some friends who are like playing at this band. I'm like really excited, and I think I've mentioned the story on the podcast how at the top of this season, Spotify had a party and Rachel Zoe was there. So Courtney and I went up to Rachel Zoe, Courtney from Two Judgy Girls. We went up to Rachel Zoe because like we have to, and we're like, "Hey, we just saw the Beverly Hills premiere. You were really good on it." She goes, "Thanks." I was like so vulnerable. We're like, yeah. But she thought we were
I was so
I
vulnerable.
was like so vulnerable. Like I was like more vulnerable than I ever thought. And she's being really friendly. She was very friendly to us, but she also thought we were Bravo brass because when we said that we podcast about Bravo, all she heard was she heard we're from Bravo. So she's being really nice. And then we were like, no, no, no. At one point we realized this and she's like, "So you guys work at Bravo?" I'm like, "No, no, we're podcasters." She goes, "Oh, cool. Oh, you know what's crazy? The song that's playing is this band, and they're like my friends, and they're like over there. It's like crazy because like my friends are there.
Gotta
The
go.
song's playing, but my friends are there. Like it's like crazy. My friends are over
What are
there.
your friends named? They're named not podcasters.
Yeah, and she basically like
So
left us. She went over to her friends. These guys were her friends in this episode. Is the same guy, Xander?
I'm
Yes,
sorry, but I have to go talk to Xander. He's 26.
yeah,
Oh,
Xan.
okay. Xander is not 26. Xander Scrotox is 26. The hell are you trying to make me believe that man is 26? You all are so full of it.
Yeah, no, she was so nice to us, but it was also one of those things where like it was like our window, like if we were Bravo executives, our window would have been a certain number of minutes, but podcasters only get this many, and I fully support that. Like she should not have given us any more time, and we were on borrowed time. But I just thought like I loved her way of getting out of it because when
I have
this music,
friends.
it's them's over
Yeah.
there, it's them, but
I've
it's
got
there. I was
friends. They're
it's
over
like
there.
crazy, but it's over
Bye.
there. I'm gonna go say hi to them.
So Kyle's like, okay, that sounds great. I'm gonna go get dressed and go for a run. And she's like, oh my God, you guys, I'm telling you what I'm not doing. Going for a run.
Oh, Carl
Nailed
just
it.
runs by. "Hey guys,
Nailed it.
practicing for a marathon."
Hey guys, want to meet up at Common Ground later?
Oh. Let's get in the mix. Get
Let's
in the
go
mix
to
in
Common
common
Ground.
ground. Come on, run, Rachel,
Let's get
run.
into the
Oh.
mix. So now we're back in Beverly Hills and at Amanda's house, and she's going over childcare with Eddie. And she's like, "So I'm going to take the babies to Newport, and you're taking the big kids camping, right? And then school starts Thursday, guys. Like 5 years ago, my life was all about business and making money, and I'm still about those things. But now, family trumps that. I'm really all about the Trump family now."
Did that sound wrong? Someone sent me a clip. Amanda was on Selling Sunset.
Oh
And,
yeah,
you
don't
know,
we covered that? Didn't we cover that season?
I think we did cover that season. I definitely
Yeah.
watched that
There's
season,
a
but we didn't
recap of
know.
that somewhere on Patreon, I think, or
Yeah, but
somewhere.
we didn't know that, of course, at that time that was Amanda Francis, but she played this super annoying buyer or seller who like was making all of their lives hell. And I was like, perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, she was terrible. She was against Vanita. No, not Vanita.
No,
What's the girl's name on there?
D,
V
I love her.
Vena. Vina.
No,
Vuna.
I thought her name starts
Vana.
with the D. She was like the one that doesn't fit in.
Davina. Davina.
Davina. Davina.
Close. It's close, guys. Not Vanita, but Davina. Vanita, Davida. Davida, Vanita. Okay, everybody
Danny
meet each other.
DeVito. She was
Danny
against Danny
DeVita.
DeVito.
Yeah. Her client was Danny DeVita. So her client was Vanita, and she was firing her. She's like, "Yeah, I just don't like what you did." And she's like, "Oh my God, you gave me this listing. You're fucking me around. You won't let me do any ads on this listing." She's like, "Yeah, but I don't really like how you're handling it." She was terrible on there. She was, and you're making us root for Davina. Who roots for Davina on that
Me.
show?
I
Us.
love
I mean, we did.
Davina.
Yeah, we love Davina. Yeah, she really got the
Always.
raw end of the stick.
Did she ever sell that mansion? God, I
It was
miss
like
that
90
show.
zillion dollars.
I really fell off that show, and I used to always love it. And I guess the rumors are that Christine's coming back. That's what I read in the gossip mill a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Really?
Well,
So, anywho, Amanda's, she was talking to Eddie, her husband, and he's like, so how'd you feel about that dinner? She goes, well, if I'd offered manifestation journaling exercises for free, anyone I know would jump at that. And like,
oh,
it's not, yeah, I'm manifesting that right now. Even if they wouldn't, I just manifested that they jump now. Yeah, they jump,
no,
crisscross.
stop acting like you're giving everybody the biggest gift in the world by offering your free manifestation class. You told them to open up a journal and write a goal down. Give me a fucking break.
Hmm.
That's free anyway, Amanda. And the fact that people are paying you $45,000 for that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Please give me a break. Anybody else would be so grateful. No, we all have our own journals, Amanda. Okay, give me something else. I don't need your straw with your fucking manifestation shit on it. I don't want to drink your manifestations.
Yeah. So then we see a flashback to the dinner party where everyone's like, what do I do here? Huh? You want us to write this down? Okay. So then
That
Amanda's
was
like,
pretty funny, though. They're like, "What manifestation? What a ridiculous idea! I'm supposed to write down a goal? How stupid!"
yeah. So Amanda's like, I just thought that it would be a fun opportunity for the women to learn more about me, but they don't really take me seriously. And of course, she's saying that they don't take her seriously as she is speaking over her dress that looks like a series of nested muffin wrappers. And so, like, and it's so funny because these ruffles over her chest are so big that she can't fit her arm around it. Her arm has to stick out like like a marionette just to gesticulate.
I know. It's like she's playing Grimace. It's like she's hired to be Grimace at the McDonald's. She's trying to move her arms. Like, high five, Grimace. I knew you couldn't do it, loser.
Like she is gonna have some great shoulders after this because she is holding up that elbow the entire time to get around the ruffles to
Yeah,
gesture.
she really
So
is.
Amanda's like, yeah, they just like didn't show up. Like they didn't show the fuck up for the event. And Eddie's like, oh, that's annoying. I mean, talk about someone who's not showing up as this guy. Are you
Yeah.
awake yet, sir?
Hello. It's like, yeah, it's really annoying. So then we go to Will Rogers Memorial Park. And Bose meets Sutton. This is very Salt Lake City. They're like, and they do this on Beverly Hills sometimes too, where they're like, let's have an outdoor scene um, in a park. They're like, why
Hmm.
are we at the park?
Yeah.
Sutton's disgusted by it. She's like, could we not find a restaurant to shoot in? Because I've never been here. I pass it, but I've never been here before on purpose. Because who walks around a park?
Be careful what you wish for, son, because later in the episode, you're going to wind up at a restaurant on Fairfax Avenue. She's like, Fairfax Avenue? I didn't even know this place even
What happened to
existed.
that place? What happened to Fairfax? I used to work on Fairfax in the golden days. Back in the golden days of Fairfax. I went there recently. I was like, what the hell happened here?
I know.
There was an
And the restaurant
economy
that they
bomb
go to is
happened
the
there.
one that's like attached. It used to be Pitfire Pizza, the one that's attached to basically Pop's Bagels and a coffee commissary. And the idea of sending Sutton there. I mean, I'm over there all the time. I'm always going to Pop's Bagels. But
Oh, yeah. It's a good
Sutton,
bagel place.
I just can't imagine Sutton going to that little strip mall like across the street from like the traffic median that has overgrown dry grass on it. She's probably like, what is this disgusting boulevard that you sent me to? So
Yeah.
now they're in the park. I may be wrong, but it looked like it's that park in Beverly Hills that you drive by on Santa Monica Boulevard that has the big sign that says Beverly Hills on it,
That's what
right?
I thought it was too. I was like, why are they having them shoot by the
Right.
Beverly Hills sign
The most
in
touristy park.
yeah, I thought so too. But Will Rogers, I think, is further west. But anyway, who knows?
I'm gonna look.
So they see this like time capsule. There's like a statue with the time capsule, and Bose is like, "Oh, this time capsule's not supposed to be open until the year 2114." It's like, well, we're not going to see that. We're going to be dead. I'll tell you this
Gonna be
much:
dead.
Sutton Strack's already dead, and Sutton Brown going to be dead too.
Gonna be dead.
She's going to be
I
dead.
have an announcement. The park we were it is not the park that has the big Beverly Hills sign that we're used to on San Monica Boulevard. The Will Rogers Memorial Park is actually across from the Beverly Hills Hotel. It's one of the corners of that hellacious intersection where there are six roads that come together
Oh,
and
that is
only
the
stop
same
signs.
park.
I was
That is
thinking
that
of
little same park.
no, that's that it that Will Rogers Memorial Park is bounded by Sunset Boulevard and Benedict Canyon and Beverly Drive and whatever. The park I was initially thinking of was the one that's along Santa Monica Boulevard, across from like the Golden Triangle of Beverly Hills. And yes, the answer is yes. When you live in Los Angeles, this is what you talk about. People say, oh, people in LA only talk about traffic and roads. And the answer is absolutely,
It's a
because
big
it's
part of
thrilling.
life.
It's thrilling for
It's a
us.
big part of life there. That's what, because the reason is because we have to park everywhere too. So we all know
Yeah.
that park because if you ever go to a street festival or something there and then it sounds fun and it's cheap and they've got really good vendors and stuff, and then you have to fucking park. And so
Hmm.
those streets very, very well. You've been traumatized. That's why.
What
So,
do you think? What do you think that
okay.
time capsule, by the way, that they buried in
Parking
1914?
tickets, fucking parking tickets. That's what's in the time capsule. They're like, I tried to park here in the early 2000s, and now look.
They are probably like, well, this message is for Delilah. I hope I love her so much, and I hope the city that springs up around her is full of good Christian, God-fearing people. It's like, congratulations, you're in Los Angeles and we're all heathens.
Back when Los Angeles had morals.
Uh,
So Bose is Sutton's like, well, maybe we can manifest something and then we can find out what's in that time capsule by manifesting it. It was kind of a clunky entrance into gossip, but
but
Bose
it
is like,
worked.
oh my God, not the manifesting. Ha! I've noticed a stark difference between Sutton and Sutton. Sutton last year was Sutton Stracke. What a bitch. Sutton Brown, still very squinty eyed, looks at everything very judgmentally, but she doesn't say it. So that's great. I like it. I'm desperately trying to forget Sutton Stracke because Sutton Brown, I like. No, Sutton Brown's boring. Get rid of
Yeah,
Sutton Brown. I want
yeah.
Sutton Stracke.
Sunstrack, are you still here with us? Blink twice if you can. We know you can because you have just announced that you haven't done Botox or anything. So
Please say
she's,
this is just one season where you're pretending to be sober because nobody needs this long term.
yeah, yeah. This is what, housewives do this, and it's always the worst thing that they can do. They always think that if they have, a season where they don't drink as much and they work on themselves, that this will quiet the critics, but actually all it does is get you fired. So,
Yeah. It
so
makes
Bose,
people root for alcoholism. I
yeah.
mean, if you're trying to like send out a good message, this isn't the way to do it. This isn't going to
Hmm.
get anyone to quit drinking. Everyone's going to look at this and be like, I don't want to turn into Sutton Brown.
No, I don't. So Sutton says, how do you manifest living forever? That's what I want to know. Well, here's the thing. What she's doing is mostly telling people how to manifest money by taking their money. And Sutton gives a look like, you said it, not me, sister.
Wow. Sutton Brown would never say that, but Sutton Brown will squint and smile at it. I liked it. Sutton
Sutton
Brown liked it.
Strack would rub her face right now with a little thing.
And Bose is like, well, it was cute to see your children. Let's point out that she does have good qualities, and those are the things that crawled out of her. Okay.
Oh
And
my
so,
God. Yes, the children, those were adorable, especially that real big tall child. Oh, he was so cute. That was her husband. Oh, okay. Well, I take that back.
the house is beautiful. We can say that. If you're really into farmhouse, modern, that kind of thing. But it's funny because she had to
Wait,
say
sorry.
like,
I love the silent 3, 2, 1 from like we've given our perfunctory friendly comments and now, but it's funny though.
yeah, that's what they did. They're like, well, let's look at the positive aspects. She has procreated, so that's good. Well, and she lives someplace. She has a house, so that's good. But it's a beautiful house. But it's funny though, because she has to say it like it has 19 bedrooms and 86 bathrooms, like it always has. Okay, so you didn't hear me doing that. People
Yeah,
came over to my house. I didn't say when I lived in that house. I didn't say it's got 86 bathrooms. I
yeah.
mean, Sutton Stracke would have, right?
Son's basically like, I live here, bitch. I know how many rooms there are. And we see a flashback of Amanda being like, oh my God, like we just renovated like 8 bedrooms and like 9 bathrooms. So I've like literally done 17 rooms. Wow. So Bo's like, well, she doesn't need to quantify her money in order to fit in with the group. All she has to do is take her skin and tie it to the back of her head, and then she'll fit in just fine. Quite literally.
Amanda wants to prove how far she's come from her childhood beginnings, and a lot of us have come from humble beginnings, but it's not about showing what you have accumulated. It's about showing the journey. The journey. I have more respect for the journey than I do the destination.
Yes. Kyle came from very humble beginnings. She used to live on a prairie. And then she was haunted by a dead maid, wound up being a nurse in the ER. I mean, she's really been through so much. She had bangs.
That was the roughest. We
Yeah.
actually saw a clip of that
A
today.
lot of
They
bangs,
showed a clip where
flashbacks.
Kyle had bangs, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Remember the fun times when Kyle had bangs?"
Humble beginnings. So Bose is like, well, I don't know if she feels like, oh, I've got a beautiful home, this amazing relationship, these beautiful kids, a booming business. So you can't tell me anything. You're gonna make it very far. You're not gonna make it very far that way, you know? And so I was like, well, she has got to understand that I'm gonna manifest her getting a brain in her head. Well, she has to, because she has to do that, otherwise she'll never fit in. So Sutton says, we are all trying to help Amanda. The problem is she thinks she knows better. And so the old adage is true. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay. And she's refusing to drink. That horse is just journaling on the side of the river asking for water when the water's not there.
You know, that horse is actually making a good life decision for itself. And hopefully now that horse won't be called an alcoholic on Twitter anymore. You know, sometimes the horse just has to say, I don't need a drink. My last name is Brown now. Hey, you're in my house. Please don't call me a horse.
I know. Guys. So Amanda
You
tells
know
Eddie,
Amanda's gonna get on that at the reunion. She's
yes,
gonna
she
be
will
like,
be.
"You
So
called me a horse, though, Sutton, and that really hurt me."
so now I'm a horse, and I'd like to ask to draw a boundary around that because I would prefer not to be called a horse.
All I did was show you manifestation, and now you call me a horse.
I mean, a horse is a horse, of course, of course. And I have a course about that, by the way.
A
So,
horse is a horse, of course, and never before has a horse, of course, and never had a horse, and something Mister Ed. I used to know that
no,
song.
no, it's a horse is a horse, of course, and no, a horse is a
And
takes a course, of course. And if a horse wants money, that's why you call it manifested.
Well, I don't know if she wants to feel like, wow, 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 what's she doing? She's got to listen. She's got to listen. Sutton's like, yeah, we're trying to help her. So then we go to Amanda's house and she's still talking to Eddie. And she's like, well, I mean, the salad course is barely on the table. And already I have to hear how it's like my fault that Dorit and Kyle had that exchange at dinner. Like it's my fault. And he's like, oh my God, they still want to talk about the Dorit bullshit? Oh my God, read those bitches for filth.
Mhm. No, Kyle had a really strong opinion about Dorit talking about her ex, and I said like one thing about it at one dinner party, like I don't know. It's like, yeah, there were times after my breakup where I didn't want to hear about it, and I just didn't want to hear other people's opinions about it, and I just didn't want to hear any of it. And Amanda looks at him like, "Are you backing me up right now? Because it sort of sounds like you're
I
not."
know. I really wanted them to just leave the cameras rolling and see what the reaction was because you know that it was like satanic eyes coming from Amanda, like beams at him. Like, really? This is when you're going to bring up your divorce right now to stand up for Dorit? Really? Really? You're not getting your allowance this week.
If I could have clearance over these ruffles, I would slap you. So Amanda says, you know, Eddie has been through a divorce with young children involved, and he's a very compassionate and non-judgmental and sort of non-awake person. And even with that in mind, I don't think that what I said warrants this level of scrutiny. He's like, well, you just don't know each other yet, and maybe she's like intimidated because you're younger. Oh, because I'm young and successful and I'm not financially dependent on a man, and she outsourced her financial well-being to a man, and that didn't go so well. Hmm?
This was so good. And we saw this in the trailer, but I just love this. This needs to be memorized and said forever. It's like the most iconic thing Amanda did was that line.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
because I'm young, because I'm young and successful, and I'm not financially dependent on a man. And she outsourced her financial well-being to a man, and that didn't go well.
I feel like Ariana did that once on Vanderpump Rules. I just can't remember what it was. She said that about Stassi. She said something like that about Stassi.
This is very
Great.
Erica Jane's like, well, burglars came, then Tom was blind, then his car rolled down a hill. Whatever that whole thing was. So Eddie's like, well, if that was her decision instead of being independent, then yeah, that's on her. I mean, girls got to choose. You know what I mean? Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst.
Eddie, have you ever
Seriously.
seen a plastic bag before in the
You
wind?
can take a firework to the 4th of July, but you can't Katy Perry that bitch to life. You know what I mean? Someone's got to light it.
You can take a firework to your chest, but you can't light your bra on. Can't make them light their own bra. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna stop now. Anyway, why does Dorit care about my opinion? If she's so sure that this is her path, then do your thing. Fuck up your life. Whatever.
Yeah, but the same thing goes for you, Amanda. You shouldn't care either. You should be like,
Mm.
yeah, I did say it. Who cares? Sorry. It's like
So
you care too much. So now we go back to the Hamptons, and we're at Rachel's friend's house, and they're sitting by the pool and stuff. And Kyle is calling. She's FaceTiming Erica Girardi. Oh, well, you missed Amanda's dinner party. Of course, the conversation turned into what happened at the dinner the night between you, Dorit, and Amanda. And Sutton told her, "Listen, you need to say what you said, and it's your own opinion. Stop referring to Kyle because you caused a fight between Dorit and Kyle. I don't know. Are you upset, Kyle? You really upset? Everybody's very upset. Bunch of women." Goddamn
Um,
women.
well, as someone who met Donna Karen last night and got invited to hang out with Donna Karen in Malibu, I just want to say this. What I think is confusing for Amanda is that like everyone's like, you have to have your own opinion, and yet she may be thinking, here I am voicing my opinion, and everyone's like, why were you talking about Dorit's marriage? And like, pick a fucking lane. Like, I'm gonna choose the lane that takes me to Malibu to Donna Karen's house. Am I right, guys? Because I'm hanging out with Rachel's. I'm like in a new crowd now. Anyway, she's allowed to have an opinion. She didn't say anything horrible, guys.
Oh yeah, Kyle. Amanda's a great, great person. But you know what? Amanda is fighting Kyle's dragon. So Kyle's gonna be on her side no matter what. Which I
Yeah.
think is pretty funny. Although Kyle does kind of have a point. They're really harping on this. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was like, yeah,
I
Dorit.
think it's all of the above. I think, first of all, yes, everyone's talking about it. Second of all, I do think it was largely Kyle who was leading it, and I do think that Amanda was largely just agreeing. But Amanda did have an opinion, but I don't think like I actually don't think Amanda's opinion was like the worst thing in the world. And you're on a reality show. Kyle's actually right. You know what? Kyle's actually right. You're allowed to say what you want to say about things and have opinions about things. And there will come a time when Dorit's gonna have an opinion about something. And she's not going to want to be told, like, don't have an opinion. She'll be like, oh, in fact, she actually did it last week. She was like, am I allowed to speak? Am I allowed to speak? I'm not allowed to speak around Kyle.
Mm,
So, you know,
look at my lips.
she
Look at
did a
my
whole
lips. They're
Beetlejuice bit.
closed. Mm,
Yeah.
I've got closed lips right now, Kyle. Mm.
But that being said, I mean, Amanda sucks, but
Well, it's
still,
just funny because Kyle's like sticking up for the suckiest person of the cast because they're going for who Kyle wants, you know?
yes.
So she's like, yeah, of course, it's great.
Kyle's very happy.
Meanwhile,
By the way,
if this was her or
yeah,
her
I was just about to say
girlfriend,
that.
you
Just
know,
about to
and
say it.
someone said it, Kyle would be like, how dare you? You know, I have a little privacy. How could you do this? You can't do this to the LGBTQ plus community.
Kyle's like, unless you gathered everyone around before we started shooting for the season and told them they're not allowed to bring up people in your like romantic sphere, then
Yes.
sure, you're allowed to have an opinion. But if you didn't
Yeah,
tell them
she's like
ahead of
Amanda.
time,
Yeah, Amanda can talk about Dorit's husband. It's not like she's married to a country star.
um, so Erica's like, well, I'm going to dinner tonight with Sutton and Denise. Should be a pretty light, fun-hearted, fun time. I was on Fairfax Avenue though. Gosh, can't wait to see Sutton's reaction to that. Kyle's like, oh wow. Yeah, I texted Denise. I was like, are you in the Hamptons too? Oh, is that just me? She didn't really get a response to me, but I can't believe what she's going through. So then we see real life headlines, which are not funny at all,
Yeah.
that we've all heard about and seen about the abuse that Denise has been enduring from that asshole Aaron Pipers.
Yeah,
And
that fucking monster, Aaron Vipers.
yeah,
And we see the Denise Richards accuses husband Aaron Vipers of violently choking and threatening to kill her in a restraining order. So Erica's like, well, I'm sure I'll get us an update. Don't worry, Kyle. But you know what? The most important thing is that you're feeling things and that you sent her a text. That's what's important.
yeah, he sent her a text. That's what matters. So then we go, Erica's like, she's saying she feels really bad for Denise because it's just a chaotic place to be in. And how last year, basically, Erica met up with Denise last year and they both decided, you know what? Like, let's leave the past in the past. Let's just like move forward. So Erica is like, well, I'm looking forward to seeing you and giving you a big old hug. And Kyle's like, say hello to say hello to her for me. He's like, I will. I'm talking about Donna Karen because we're like friends now. Who are you talking about? Denise Richards?
And Erica's like, well, you know, there's that clip going around of him squeezing her hand and stuff. And, you know, I knew I didn't like how he was talking to me and Teddy. And so we see the clip of when she and Teddy were coming for him. And wasn't that at like the Sutton opening or whatever?
Yeah, this is when Kyle
And
had her bangs.
yes, this is the Bangs phone call. And he's like, oh, really? You want to start that with me? Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah, what a
Oh,
dick.
God, I can't wait to see that man without a home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be great.
We need an eviction cam on that man at all, and his parents, and his fucking parents too. We're like, how could you kick us out of the house? We deserve this house in Malibu. We take care of the dogs. Get the fuck out of here, both of you. You raise that fucker. All of you get out.
Yeah. So now it's a little bit later in the Hamptons. It's time to get some glam on. Makeup. That's all I got. Makeup and glasses. Heels,
Guys, guess
makeup,
what it is?
glasses.
It's girls' night, bitches. It's girls'
Yeah.
night.
So much drama is about to happen. So they're getting ready and they get in the car and we're just like, girls' night. I was like, girls' night. I'm so glad I didn't wear my like horish outfit that I was gonna wear because it was like a lace skirt and like but had like a G-string and like it shows your entire butt cheeks. It'd been like crazy, right, guys?
Wow, Kyle, that's something I haven't seen you in, so that would have been great. I want to see Kyle. I want to see Kyle be the Kyle that I always heard Kyle was. Like, not with a bonnet or like scrubs. The one that was always doing the splits. I was like, oh God, we don't see the splits enough. Now we have to get a montage of the splits, and then we get Bangs doing splits.
Yeah, no one has literally requested Kyle to do the splits or do her ponytail thing ever, except for Rachel Zoe. Rachel Zoe, oddly fascinated by Kyle's splits. Please don't, don't ask for things you can't take back.
Remember
Please
when Kyle
don't.
was fun and did splits?
Oh my God, yes. So they get to the surf lodge and they see the owner and Rachel's like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you since Aspen. Oh my God, it's so good to see you."
I'm gonna just start saying that to people. See how they react. Oh my God, so good to see you. I haven't seen you since Aspen.
Yeah, it's like amazing. Like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've been in Aspen. All my friends are in Aspen. Oh my God, I'm definitely not wallowing in this separation. I've been out probably for like the better part of the last year. I've like traveled and I've danced more than I've danced in the last 10 years. Like I'm literally dead. My legs are dead from dancing, dancing in the death dance. Death becomes her, and her is my legs from dancing.
I just love the idea of Rachel being such a dance addict when she's basically in a feathered caftan every time we see. It's like what is it just like a windsock? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, she's just swaying. She's basically like streamers on a tree.
Yeah, I'm not wallowing in this separation. By the way, it's the fifth time I've mentioned it in this episode. And Dorit's like, well, it's been a long, long time since I've been out and letting loose, dancing with the ghouls. But during my single days in New York City, the sun would be coming up and I'd be walking back to my apartment. Ooh, those
I,
days.
I'm just having visions of Dorit circa the year 2000 in Manhattan going to clubs and like the song Blue comes on. She's like, "This is my jam. It's blue, da boo dee da boo da boo da."
One day I want to marry a man who turns this color when it gets below 50 degrees outside.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna throw me around. That's the song that Pringles cans sing to PK.
So they're kind of standing around, listening to music. And Kyle's like, oh my God, I do not remember the last time Dorit and I would go out and have fun like this. It was crazy. Play the splits montage again. Do it again.
This is like so fun. And we also see Rachel. She's like, guys, this is my friend. His name is Xander. Like, of course, Rachel knows someone named Xander who's in the
Xander.
band. He's in the band. Xander. Yeah. Hi, Xan.
He's
Hi.
26. Hey,
Yeah.
Zand.
He's
Hey,
young.
Zand.
Hey, Xand. Xand, love your hat. You're such a musician. You're so cool. I could like dance for months and months to your music, Xand. Oh my God, love. You know, most people call him Xand. I just call him Xan, just because it's like I know him like a little bit better than most people. So we're just like Xan, Xan,
If we ever make out, I'm going to just start calling him Za.
Za.
We're going to be so
Yeah,
close. I'm just going
yeah.
to be like,
Sometimes it's just yeah. I'm like, hey, Za, Z. Yeah, he's just like so. He's like so musical, but he's like really deep. Wait, I think his music's like playing right now, but he's like right there. It's like crazy.
Zan, I wanted you to meet my friends. They're not podcast people. You can
Yeah,
talk to them. So
yeah.
then we go back to Beverly Hills, and Bose is going for a walk with Lael. And they're talking about how Lael is supposed to be getting a job.
Well,
Lael, Lael, please don't leave me, Lael. What am I going to do without you? So they start talking about how she needs a job, and she's like, "No, I'm not doing it. Everything's hard. It's junior year." She's like, "You know what? Everyone says junior year's hard. That's just their opinion. For you, junior year could be the most amazing year of all time. Stop being negative about the junior year. This is your journey. Write it down in a journal." Just kidding. That's stupid.
You know, they're not called senior mints. They're called junior mints. It's a great time of year. So Bose says that
Mm.
for 16 years, Lael has been right by my side. I have to have a watch on her for 24 hours a day because I'm tracking that child, okay? When she leaves, I'll still be able to track her. Thank you, technology. But I won't be able to check in on her and see her face and body language. I just have to believe whatever she tells me, and I don't know how to deal with that. I need to lay eyes on my girls. I need to see Lael.
Uh, so it's like the typical, "No, you're going away to college. I'm going to be so sad." So Bose is like, "Well, I'm trying to get your replacement here, but it's a little difficult." And so they'd start talking about the egg therapy and all this IVF therapy, egg therapy. I asked my eggs this morning. I said, "How are you doing?"
They said
They
I'm
said, "I'm
feeling
feeling scrambled." I was like, "Calm down, eggs. Calm down, eggs."
sunny side up.
Yeah,
Um,
so they're talking about her IVF journey, and she's like, I don't know, if I should get an egg donor or what I should do. And she says, she has a newfound respect for people who go through IVF multiple times, because it's hard. It's a lot of hard work. And so Lael's like, "You've been a great mother to me, and I would love somebody else to be able to experience that." And she's like, "Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can keep the car for another month."
you did it. So now we go to Amanda's house and Erica shows up and Amanda just has like the front door open and Erica's like, well, this doesn't seem very safe. Okay, I'm gonna come on in. So she comes in and Erica and Amanda's like, hi. And then Amanda does this thing where she sort of like closes the door most of the way, but not all the way. So then Erica closes it the rest of the way. And I was like, I just kept on thinking about this. Was Amanda just trying to have the door open? And was Erica like, no, but you're gonna close the door? Or was she like, I can only push the door this far. I need someone to help me
It's
get the rest of the
hard.
way.
I manifested that door closing, and now it's closed.
Yeah, I was like, why are you like
I think it's
collaborating
for
on this?
production. I think that like you're supposed to leave it open so production can follow her in or whatever. And Erica's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck production. What have they ever helped me?
It's called realism, okay? I'm closing it for you. Dumb
I'm
bitch.
I'm a thespian. A method. Close the door." So she comes in and she's like, "Oh, I'm giving you coffee, but like I'm gonna do it like in like my promotional cup." And yours says, "Money is my mood." And Erica's like, "Perfect, love it. Yeah, money is my mood, and dick's my mood. You got one that says dick is my mood."
Here's the thing with Erica, and I'm going to speak in an extra baby voice about this. She's someone I thought I'd never understand or like get along with, but every time I talk to Erica, I like her more. She's interested in my business and my thoughts about manifestation. I like this woman. I'm like, I guarantee Erica fucking hates you. I'm telling you that right now.
Erica does not give a shit about your manifestation business. And if anybody knows about manifestation, it's Erica. If anybody needs lessons on manifestation, that's who to ask. Erica was like on the down and out, met Tom, like lived this life on private jets in a mansion with a church in it. Okay. Now she got sick of Tom. Now look where Tom is. He's in jail. I'm sure Erica's not doing great right now, but she's sure come up a long way since she was, on her down and outs this last time. She's doing just fine. I mean, listen, I'm not Erica's biggest fan, but if I'm going to learn to manifest from anyone, it's her.
Yeah, she's scrappy.
Yeah.
So,
So
basically, where
Erica
are we?
steps over. There's all these toys on the ground, and they're going outside, and Erica just sees all the toys, and she's like, "Oh Jesus, this place is fucked up. Kids, fucking kids, disgusting."
All right, dum dum. How'd you feel about last night? I mean, I felt good in moments. Like, by the way, also Erica having to go right back to Amanda's house the next day. Jeez, can you meet at a coffee shop?
And drinking
So,
a cup that says "money is my mood."
yeah, I mean, that's a schlep to go from Hancock Park up to
Are
wherever
they
they are in the
losing all their
hills.
filming permits? Because we've seen them film in a park today. We saw them film like Bose was just like what was she at the LA River? Where was she? Oh.
She was off of Sunset across from Beverly Hills Hotel. Um,
Then run your maps.
Well, according to the data, they were at the Will Rogers Memorial Park. Erica's like, so, how did you feel about last night? I'll tell you how I felt. Stupid. What a waste of time. Am I right? Should I write that in my journal? And she's like, well, I felt good in moments. Well, my best advice to you, and you can tell me to fuck off, because I'm not really listening to whatever the fuck you say, is that, if you say something, say it right away. Okay? So say something right now, right now.
Oh, I hear you. So, like, own it quickly is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, listen, I had a hard time in this group. I also had a really hard time last night because I had to sit on a dining bench. You know what that's like. So now listen, my personal life was so turned upside down. There was a lot of judgment about it,
And she's like, oh my God, from people who've known you from a really long time.
yeah, I mean, suddenly everybody cares about orphans and burn victims. I mean, bunch of bitches. It didn't feel good. And it's an odd thing to be vulnerable and open and say you don't give a fuck about anybody but yourself. But I did it, and I feel much better now. Do that.
And also, while you're at it, tell us about the cult. So Erica's like, I mean, she told us she was in the cult, and she opened up this line of conversation and questioning. So, like, how bad was it? What was it about? How'd you get in? How'd you get out? Are there any hot guys in there? Do they have money? Let me know. So then we see a
Did you
flashback
have
where
to put a phrase or a symbol on your vagina? Just let us know.
yeah, and by the way, for the record, Amanda did not open up this line of questioning. It was Dorit who's like, why are you having a hard time with this conversation? You were in a cult. Or
Yeah.
whatever that she said. That was like a non sequitur.
So she's like, okay, you want to know about the cult from the beginning? Okay.
Yes, I go later and talk behind your back. Go ahead, tell me everything.
So Erica's like,
I mean, this is new for me. I've known a lot of people. All right. Well, I've not known a lot of people in a cult. Well, that's not true. I did know one person in that Nexium thing, but whatever. That's passe. I need a new cult. Who doesn't?
so she's like, what? Tell me about the cult. So Amanda's like, well, when I was in high school, I was in a youth group.
Oh wait. So what was it like, Christian or something, or were you just dating young people? Was this like twink centric or expand?
No, my parents are not religious, but I was in a very religious community, so I chose religion essentially. And growing up in the literal buckle of the Bible Belt in a family that wasn't religious, I was always curious about God, and I loved going to church with my friends, and I was kind of exploring what religion was to me, and I don't think that was a bad thing for me. Okay, get to the cult part. Get to the cult part.
When's the part where you started fucking twinks?
When
Get
were
to that
you?
part.
When did you start wearing white robes and putting on sneakers and waiting for a spaceship?
Was Tom Cruise there? Did you have to have sex with him and Nicole Kidman wearing masks that look like crows? Yes or no?
Well, my youth group was in Oklahoma, but the founder started a church in Florida, and a lot of us followed him. And the longer we were there, the more controlling he got. He started telling us who to marry, who to date, who to be friends with. And Erica's like, get out of town. No, that's what I did. I moved to Florida. Oh, no, it was an expression, but that's fine. Keep going, keep going.
Well, I'd just like to say I've never been so sad after hearing a story. I mean, Oklahoma, Florida, just fucking kill me.
Why do cults always go to those places? Why can't they go someplace cool? Like, I don't know, the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So Amanda's like saying that the church was trying to isolate her from her family, and that she mentioned to the pastor that she had talked to her sister, and he was like, "Wow, like you would make your sister think that being with Jesus is not the greatest life imaginable. Why would you talk to your sister?" So this guy would like cut her off from isolate her from her family.
I mean, I grew up in a very, I've talked about it here before. I won't go on forever. Don't worry. But I grew up in a very, very like, I mean, my first school was called Jesus Chapel. And I mean, that's just how I grew up. I grew up in like a crazy religious, there's like different levels of religion, right? Especially Christianity. And I think I grew up in one of the crazier one with my Mima talking tongues over dinner and stuff. I've told you about that. So to me, I'm just like, so you went to church? I need more. I need more from a cult story that you went
Mhm.
to like a crazy church with a controlling preacher because I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm fucked up. Maybe I was in a cult. I don't know. But
Um,
I needed more from this story. This has been a lot of build up. And I was like, so you went to church.
yeah.
Did you have to make like scenes about Moses or like did you ever have to make like an ark scene, but like with cutout felt? Because I did.
Wow. It's very culty.
It's very culty. So she's like, yeah, I was isolated and I was controlled and I was cut off. And Erica's like, ooh, sounds good. So the twinks. And she's like, well, like we had to pay money to the church too, which is how churches work, because tithing and stuff. And so Erica's like, yes, you were financially isolated. She's like, yeah. So she was saying that she didn't want to get in trouble with the pastor being caught talking to her family and stuff. And so that's why it was a cult, basically, because they were trying to separate her from her family. So on Halloween in 2008, she went to church. She volunteered so everything would seem normal. And then she drove to her sister's house in Orlando.
Yeah. And she's like, and after I left, the pastor called me with some rage and anger and was like definitely directed towards me. And he said not to contact anyone from the church because they looked up to me and might be influenced by me leaving. And I said, I'm never going to be in a cult again, but I will charge people thousands of dollars to learn how to manifest in a journal.
But I will financially isolate some bees. She's like,
But
I
I
went
did
to
learn
this.
some financial lessons from
Yeah,
it.
she's like, I went to this church. They wanted money from me and they tried to control me. And I learned everything that I could from them and I moved on. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
That's my
you.
cold story.
So she's like, and after that, I just wanted to make something of myself in my life. So I planned to get my degree. I made my own money, and I decided to help people by taking their money and then telling them that that's somehow them making their money.
By charging them $500 for mugs that say I'm in a money state of mind or whatever. And Erica's like,
Well, this is the story we need. That's what the group needs to hear about you, especially the part about you fucking all the twinks.
wait, I never said.
I love that part. Oh, youth groups, sign me up.
So back at the surf lodge with Zand, the women are now sitting at a table. And Rachel's
God
like,
spoken like somebody who doesn't know Zan.
Zand, Zand. Dorit, Dorit like hasn't been in an environment like this. And how like Dorit, when was the last time you were in like a super cool party with like young people just like dancing the night away, just like cool and hip like me? Like when was the last
Oh,
time?
oh my God. It's been decades. Seriously, decades.
And Kyle's like, oh my God. Oh, well, this night has just begun, ladies.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing splits all over that stage when we're done with dinner. So they order food and everything, and then Zan and his friend with a bouffant arrives, and they like sit at the table. It's like, oh my God, like cool people are at the table right now, guys.
Xander, are you from Los Angeles?
He's like, no, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, in East Coast. I'm in East Coast all day long. I've been to the East Coast of every country on the planet.
Yeah, that's cool. Can I get a cocktail? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, yes. Ooh, let me bat my eyes at you a little bit more so you see that it's an attractive woman right here in front of you.
I love when young men come and ask us for cocktails. Woohoo, the world has changed in such a lovely way, isn't it?
You know, it's funny because like when I look at our friend group, like Dorit really is the one who flirts the most. Like she likes to tease them and then like we'll meet someone and talk to her off. Like, surprise, what a flirt, right? I'm like, I don't know, Kyle. I saw that music video with you and Morgan, so
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty good. So she's like,
Oh, so how old are you guys?
and he's like, 26. Lies. Sorry. I was just sitting here like,
they're all lying
lies.
here. They're
Huh?
all lying. He's like 26, 20, 26, 20, 20. That's a two at the beginning of that, right? It's like, yeah. And then he goes, no, I'm 40. And then Rachel's like,
Oh, I
oh,
didn't hear
40.
this part. I was like, I'm so glad we have notes because I was like, this man is such a liar. I don't know why I was so mad. I think I was mad because I just haven't found whatever Botox he uses because I was like, that's amazing if he's 26.
Yeah, Zan doesn't really give out his Botox dealer to anyone. Okay, you sort of
Yeah.
have to be like in the circle.
He's like,
Yeah.
actually, I'm 40. And Rachel's like, oh my God, same age as us.
I was like, Rachel.
You guys, I have a story. I have a story. This is so good. So I went to an Oscar party last year, and there was this guy, and he asked me for my number. And I was like, how old are you? And he was like, 26. And I was like, same.
Yeah.
Same.
I was like,
Yeah.
I turned 27 next month. I cannot. We just like laughed because like being a fellow elder millennial, he's just like gets my humor, right?
So, guys, I saw this thing on my feed about Erica. I texted her. I'm worried about her. That's what we do in the show when we're worried. When we're super worried about people, we text
We
them.
text.
And so we see the headline: Erica Jane headed to trial over $25 million spent during Tom Girardi marriage. And Dorit's like, wait, I don't understand.
And Kyle goes, well, she's headed to trial, and what do they think they're gonna get? Like $25 million from her back? I mean, she doesn't even have that. I mean, hello, she lives in a small $5 million home in Hancock Park. I mean, talk about a poor person, right?
I don't know anything about this. I try not to read about poor people. It's just so depressing. But I just want to make sure she's okay. So I sent a text. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's obviously bad news. And I mean, I don't know if she knew that was coming. Yes, Kyle, it's one of the same lawsuits that's been going on for like 4 years now. I love it that Kyle just never pays attention to anything. This is
I
not a
know.
new lawsuit. This lawsuit has been there, Kyle.
Hazan, za, za, za. You want to send a text to Erica? It means you care. Because guess what? But you also have to say you don't care about any of this stuff because you're not materialistic about that kind of stuff. Like you don't care about the money. All you care about is the person, which is why we only go to super exclusive parties. Okay. Okay. So text him. And so Kyle's like, yeah, okay, well, I'm just like really worried. I'm just like so worried because like it seems like when she gets past one situation, another one pops up, and then you hear numbers like this and you think like, what does that mean for her future? Like, forget emotionally, but financially, this is like a lot of weight to carry. And you know, I don't say that phrase lightly. I'm like, everyone has to really just calm down. Erica will be fine. She has a very robust singing career to fall back on, guys. It's
It's her
okay.
DJ career now. Yeah. Someone said she's about to DJ at the New York State Fair. So yeah, she's killing it. So back to the table, Rachel's like, yeah, you guys, it's like fucked up. And so they're like, oh my God, what is she gonna do? Now she has to pay for lawyers. Yeah, I still can't feel sorry for Erica. I'm sorry. I think Erica's having a good season. Erica's had a good past couple of seasons, and I would say probably one of the better reputation rehabs we've seen on these shows. She's doing a good job, but yeah, I still don't feel sorry for her. And justice for Marco.
Yeah. Um, then Xander, he's like, yeah, hey, we gotta go. We gotta like do something over there. Like,
This
okay,
has
bye.
been really fun listening to like not 40-year-old gossip, but we gotta go. Sorry. By the
Yeah.
way, do me a favor and add a D back to the end of my name. We're done here.
Oh my God. Like that's actually the new thing. The new thing, like when you're like abbreviating someone's name, is actually make it a little bit longer. So like now we call him Zandy. Yeah. It's really cool. We're
Good
really
to
close like
meet you
that.
guys. Good to meet you guys. Coil, he had really soft hands. Oh. Xander, the one we were just speaking to. I'm sorry, I don't know what Xander. Xander, the man who was right here who pretended to be 26 for a second. I don't know who you mean. Oh, I'm sorry. Za? Do you mean Za?
Do you mean Red Naz? Yeah, the new thing is to say his name backwards.
But I even shortened that. So it's Redna.
It's just red.
Red.
Yeah, red.
Rah.
Red Robin.
So what's your type to read? She's like,
I don't think I have a type. I mean, if you look at a dinner roll and you open it up and you see the inside and you say, God, I'm fantasizing about what this looked like uncooked. Something like that.
Yeah, Dorit's like PK is my type. Like that's not a type, okay? Not PK. And then we see side by side images of PK and Xander, which is so cruel. Dorit goes, well, no, I don't have it. I don't have a type. I absolutely don't. And Rachel goes, well, no, you have a type. Like, let's see. Okay, okay. Guess what? You're like a secretary, and there's like something under your fingers, and paper comes out. It's a type. It's a typewriter. Okay, let's see who you hook up with next, and that's who you're attracted to. Okay, because I'm only attracted to my type, and I would 100% hook up with Brad Pitt right now. And then Dorit, really exposing herself, goes, "Mm."
she's like, oh my God, ew, what are you talking about? Brad Pitt, are you okay? He's Brad Pitt. I don't read any headlines unless they have to do with Erica. Like, I have no idea about any abuse stories about Brad Pitt.
Let's text
So,
him.
like, he's
Let's text
still
him.
really hot to me. Listen, if you want to just think people are hot forever, just don't read the news. That's the trick.
Well, it is kind of the trick. And Rachel's like,
It is. I mean, I know, but I just love that it's all going above Rachel's head. Like, why wouldn't anybody Why would anybody dislike Brad Pitt? She doesn't get it at all. And Dorit's like, oh, I can't. The man needs some Pringles or something.
See, Dorit's like I told, listen, we can roll together because we'll never go for the same guy. I love that. Like I have free reign over Zend, apparently. And she's like, oh, I love it. I love it. No, I really don't have a type. It's an energy thing for me. Charm, charisma, swag, slothness. Likes to come up with stories about why we're hiding Boy George behind a curtain. So we tell people that there's black mold in the house. Things
I
like
don't need
that.
to see somebody win a strongman competition. I don't want to see someone get a big hammer and hit a little weight until it goes up and dings a bell. A strongman competition to me is put a blood pressure monitor on them and watch that thing explode. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Hmm?
My mother always said, don't marry the best looking man in the room. And I took that advice to heart. And
We
look where it's gotten
know.
me.
We know. We've been watching this show, girl. And that
Um,
didn't work either. And that's what I always tell people. I mean, one of my best friends was like, I'm going to start dating ugly guys. And I said, don't, they're dicks too. Guys
yeah,
aren't just suddenly like great because we're not hot. Like, that's just not how it works. I mean, you might as well date a hot one if they're going to be an asshole anyway.
yeah. There's just no luck. So then Kyle's like, hey Rachel, remember how you said that you like texted Erica because that like you really care about her? Guess what? I FaceTimed her earlier. I guess I just did it like a little bit better. But anyway, I FaceTimed Erica and she like went to Amanda's event and I guess Sutton and Amanda got into like a fight or something like that. And like I guess Sutton said to Amanda, like you need to take accountability for your own thoughts instead of like trying to put it onto Kyle. And now you've like created an argument between Kyle and Dorit. So like yeah, like that's what happened. Like guys,
Shut up.
yeah, yeah,
Shut
yeah,
up.
yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm
yeah.
still talking to Dorit. I can't believe that about Brad Pitt. Like, seriously? Well, I give Susan a lot of credit because this year she's checked in and she's really standing up for me and Coyle. So I like her now. And Rachel's like, well, I told you. She came to my house and she was like saying like she needs to work on how she reacts to things because it's like her reaction.
So Dorit says that Dorit says that she and Dorit have made big strides, but she's also made big strides with Sutton, and she's really excited about their evolving friendship, and it seems to be going in the right direction. So Rachel goes, guys, I'm not saying you would have gone to Amanda's event, but like it's weird that you weren't invited, Dorit. And she's like, no, but look, I'm a very easy person. Famously, that's what everyone always says about me. I'm very easy. So I don't even have an adverse reaction to like not even being invited, you know? You're like a little adverse. You're sort of like Zan around uncool people, just like a little adverse, just a
You're a
little.
verse.
You're a
Yeah,
little
you're a verse. You are.
adverse.
Yeah,
You're
you're
a
a
little
verse.
But I
adverse.
literally care more about a fucking hangnail than I do about this situation.
Kyle's like, well, how would you be with her in a group then? I mean, just out of curiosity.
I'd be great. I'd be cordial. That's how I'd be. I'd be cordial. I'd say, hello, Amanda. How are you? Did you talk about me today? Then my divorce.
If you were truly unbothered by something, you wouldn't even think about it. But the fact that she's worked up about it, comparing it to a hangnail, means that you're a little bothered by it. Maybe a lot. That's Kyle doing her thing when she's making a point in her confessional and she like rattles her head every time she like gets to a syllable. So she's like, gotcha. So Rachel goes, girls, girls, girls. That was a three-girl alarm because guess what? We're gonna go dance. Let's dance with Xander at Surf Lodge to his music. Okay, let's dance because the night is like not even close to being over.
It is. It's still daylight out there, and you guys are going to be in bed in an hour. Who are you kidding?
No, it's not. Like, look, you're free to go home whenever, but I'm like not letting you. Like, hang out with me. It's gonna be so fun. Hot girls summer, guys.
So now we go to Madre. Madre. It's got an exclamation point at the end. I just love that. It's like Madre.
And people arrive, so it's Sutton and Erica sit at a table, and Erica's like, and Sutton's like, "Well, okay, well, is that a nickname for me now? Okay, well, it's a rare occasion on having a Saturday night out. Can you imagine using an entire Saturday night out in the summer to come to a restaurant on Fairfax Avenue? Wow, that's
Are
thrilling.
we in a different country? Where are we? This is crazy. I'm afraid someone's going to start my car on fire to keep warm. Can we just move this along?
I'm wearing an Erica dress today, which means short and slutty. So
I saw
you're
someone cooking a hot dog over a trash can. Can we just?
I see that there's a blue bottle across the street, but it's an actual just broken blue bottle. It's very sad.
So they start talking about the last time they saw Denise, and Erica's like,
Oh, about a year ago, because it was on TV, so I had to go. So I sent her a text when everything happened, though, because that's what you do.
and Sutton's like, oh, I did too. I said, sending you a hug, and then I unsent it, but I think it went through anyway. And then I said, sending you a hug, and I made the text go like, ooh, you know how you can do now. And so I think that was a little more loving. I almost called her, but then I couldn't do it, so I unsent the text again, and I said, send it a hug. You know how you can do it? It just jumps out at you, the text.
Hey, who are you texting? I'm trying to text Sudden Stracke to see if she'll come back. Um,
Oh.
so Denise shows up and they're like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?"
I
She's
love
like,
Denise. I love Denise. This whole thing is such a fucking bummer, man. And we recapped the Denise show. So we watched all the episodes of Denise's and Aaron's show. And I just feel like terrible that I didn't see this coming. I was like, wow,
"Yeah."
they seem so happy.
I was also bamboozled by it quite a bit, which is, I guess, how these things happen, though, truthfully. So she comes in and first she starts talking about her plastic surgery. She got like a facelift and everything, and she got it done 6 weeks ago, which I think was detailed on the show, if I remember correctly. And she talked about how she got her boobs done, and then Sun's telling us, she's like, I've had zero plastic surgery. Zero. Okay. And you know that's true because you can see my face move when I say zero. But when I first moved to Beverly Hills, it was all boobs and all lips. And that is not what I look like. So I gave it gave me sort of an inferiority complex. Is that like, am I supposed to be looking like that? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I'm like, unfortunately, Sutton, that is probably your future at some point, and we are bracing for it.
I decided that instead of using a mirror for a mirror, I would use my Bank of America app. And then I felt much better. Much, much better. I
Hmm.
think Sutton looks great. I don't think she needs a damn thing done to
Of
her.
course not. Yeah, but I just worry that she's like gonna cater to it all. Although, as long as she has Reba there, Reba will be like,
What's
"What are you doing to your face?"
what's the matter? You don't want to look like this? I'll be back. I'll be back, mother. Going to the doctor. But no, I think Sutton looks great. It is very rare to meet somebody, especially there, who's never had anything done.
Yeah,
I mean, in general, right? I was watching Celebrity UK and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a different celebrity culture because everybody doesn't have their faces all tweaked and blown up and
yeah.
done different. So, good for you. It's bravery. It is bravery.
You get
So,
used to it. You get used to it in LA. I remember when I first moved to LA, I was also shocked by the amount of plastic surgery. It used to be growing up, if you saw someone who had like a nose job or anything, it was like, whoa. But also growing up, if I saw someone with a tattoo, I was like, whoa. But now it's become so much more commonplace, not just in LA, but also just in
in the
American
world,
culture.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
tattoos
more
and it
normalized.
is more normalized, but especially like in LA, it's really, really normalized where I'm like, okay. And I think also, I'll say for Bravo viewers, like the fact that we can just sort of be like, oh, look, there's Larsa Pippen,
Yeah.
like we're unfazed by it now. But
Yeah. Well, I
yeah,
was going to say, yeah, you go to LA and you think it's bad, and then you come to Miami.
I know.
Wow. Whoa.
Everyone looks like that flying thing that Bowser's in Super Mario World.
Yeah, because it's not even like hey, I'm going to make myself, I'm going to do a couple little tweaks here and there. It's like, okay, what from Home Depot can we melt and put inside of? Just change me, make me look completely. I want to look like anime. Just make me look like anime. I
Everyone
mean,
just looks
it's
like
both.
circles within circles. Like eyes
Yeah.
are circles, lips are circles, noses are circles, faces are circles, just circles and circles and circles.
Yes, like those modern lights that they hang everywhere now that are big circles, just like a circle on top
Everything.
of a circle on top of a circle. So Sutton so Erica's like,
Yeah, well, I didn't like how my neck was looking. It wasn't youthful. So I was like, if I could do something about it, I'm going to do it, Inject as many peptides, fucking hormones, do filler, Botox, sculpture, but nothing beats a needle in a thread, girl. Just rip it off, put it back on.
It's true. I mean, well, I should say but I'm not so much it's true, but more like it's true. Like, you know what? Like, whatever, do it. It's not that big of a deal. So, as much as we're saying this, like, oh my God, normalized. The truth is, if like you're allowed to do things to make yourself look better. People get
of
change their
course.
haircuts, you
Hello,
know?
I do. I'm all
Yeah,
into it now. I
yeah.
remember when we first started talking about these shows, and it was like, it was just youth. When you're like,
You
oh, I don't need that. I would never do that. I'm just going to be happy with my. But then you do start to need it, and you're like, oh, what can you do with my neck? Can you just get a chip clip? I do it sometimes with chip clips. Just put chip clips, and I'm like, just cut here. So I'm gonna go. That's how I'm gonna go to the doctor. All right, I've chip clipped my perfect face. Now just go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Then Denise is saying like, oh, well, it's nice that you guys are getting along. And Eric's saying, without the vodka, sudden is fun. I'm like,
No,
for
she's
you,
not.
maybe. Maybe for you. Well, she's reasonable, she's not reactive, and as a result, our friendship has improved. It's actually fun, and I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm like, yeah, let's bring back the other one.
Yeah, and
Because guess
Denise
what? You're
is.
boring.
She says that because Denise is like, "Hey, lady, well, it's good to see you two are getting along. So that's good to see." She's like, "Yeah, we are actually kind of getting along." She's like, "Yeah, because he's not a drunk anymore. Yeah, and time, time help, time and understanding. Okay, whatever. I had to understand the reality of my own life, which is that Sutton's a cranky old bitch, and I hate her. And once I got past that, I could be a friend again." Sutton's like, me too."
Yeah, thanks. So then basically Erica starts talking about like she's got her court cases going on, and like, yeah, that's draining. They're kind of like they're sort of getting stuff out of the way before they can really dive into the conversation. And so Erica's saying, yeah, I'm being sued by Tom's bankruptcy trustees, but both his personal bankruptcy and the Gerardo Keith's bankruptcy trustees. And this is designed to break me, designed to drive me into bankruptcy, designed to be annoying and to make an example and to punish me. And nothing about this feels good.
Yeah. So Denise is talking about, like I get that because people really don't understand what's going on behind closed doors. And she's like,
Zero. Okay, well, let's talk about it.
so they start talking about Denise's abuse stuff and the black eye because there was a black eye photo that came out and it's bad. They show it
Yeah.
again here. It's really bad. And Erica's like, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and say right now that's obviously not a one time thing. And Denise is like, no, it wasn't. So they ask her when it started. And Denise said it started a while ago, but it was kind of a slow burn it was like a ramp up. Basically, it got worse and worse. And when she told her dad about it, he said, why didn't you say something? And she said, I can't say something to you and then stay with the guy. Like, that's
Hmm.
not how it works. And so she kept it a secret.
Yeah. And then she tells this terrible story about after her facelift. She was under anesthesia for all this time. She had a drain and all this stuff, and he helped her to the bathroom. And he, like, while she was sitting on the toilet, he basically like hit her. And it's like, wow, like after surgery, like you fucking monster, It's just like it's terrible.
Yeah, this is really bad. And her drain came out and hit the toilet paper thing, and she was like, "This is when I knew. Like, this is just it's gotten so out of hand. Like, there's no saving this." And Erica is like, "So what happened then on the 4th?" And then we see another headline that says Denise Richards details fight with Aaron on July 4th, their date of separation, and she's saying it was awful. He hit me again right after a facelift. And
Hmm.
she said, so I filed a restraining order, and that's why we're getting a divorce. And I told, she jokes. She's like, I told Charlie he's making him look like a saint. She kind of laughs.
Hmm.
And this is just fucking terrible. What a vile piece of shit this guy is. Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously. And Erica's saying, I want you to know that I only wanted what was best for you, and she says, Denise is saying it's a lonely feeling and everything. And, Erica's saying, I know it's like very isolating. And but then Erica she suddenly reveals that she also went through some abuse. And she said it wasn't one of her husbands, but it was someone actually recently. But she's not going to, she doesn't say who it is.
Yeah, she says that she met some guy that she was hooking up with, and a few months later it turned into chaos. And she's like, Sutton, do you have a question? Because we're good, so you might as well ask it now. Because Sutton's like, Sutton's giving that look, and she goes, well, I was just gonna say, you mentioned it happened to you, so what was that? And so Erica talks about her stuff a little bit, but does, like you said, doesn't tell us who it was. And Sutton's like, oh my God, she's so strong. And this whole scene was just sad. It was like one sad thing on another one, on top of
Hmm.
another one, on top of another one. But it
Well,
was nice to see them all,
bonding.
kind
And it
of,
also is
yeah,
a very sad acknowledgement that this happens to a lot of people.
no matter who you are, you know.
You can get sucked into it. I mean, that's why it's interesting that they put it on the same episode, and it's probably intentional. They put it the same episode where Amanda talks about being in a cult because people can wind up being lured into toxic, dangerous situations. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how quote unquote strong you are. You know, these things happen to everyone, across the spectrum,
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Wow, bummer. Total bummer. But, you know, it doesn't it's not always just jokes. What are you gonna
Not
do?
always jokes. And
But I love
Aaron,
Denise back. I wonder if this opens the door at all for Denise to come back.
I would be totally down for Denise to come back. That would be good. I think maybe it would.
Yeah, and she kind of knows how it works now, you know.
Hmm.
She doesn't have Rena there coming for her.
Yeah.
I would like to see it, but time will tell, everybody.
Time
So
will
that's it.
tell.
Go grab tickets for the Crappies next Friday, 1 week from today. Oh my God. Coming up, go get a watchwhatcrappens.com, also where you get live streaming tickets, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.